So I've told you about my new game design idea.
Mm-hmm.
Watching paint dry.
Let's get into it.
So Kevin,
Yes.
there's a ton of developers out there
Mm-hmm.
making a bunch of games,
Mm-hmm.
and we're kind of getting to the point of what constitutes a game at this point. Like, there's lots of experiences out there. So I played a game the other day. It's called Sybil. I don't know if you've played it. It's interesting. It's kind of a game, I guess. You go through. You're playing as this. She's around 19 or 20-year-old girl.
Yep.
And she's starting a relationship with a boy via an MMO.
Okay.
I think it's like Final Fantasy something.
Yep.
And anyway, and you just like play through as the character, but like you can't die or anything like that. Like it's a pretty light MMO that you're playing.
Yeah.
With him, and you just kind of just talk to him. You're just walking around basically the whole time, and the story plays out with some little movie sequences and things like that. It's an interesting experience. I don't know if it was necessarily for me, but it's interesting nonetheless. And it's just kind of the developer telling her story of life, and it got me questioning what is really a game at this point, because it seems like anything can be a game. Yeah. So where are you coming?
So, it's definitely a question that kind of confused me for a while. And I used to be way more inclusive of what we should be calling games, but now I think I have like a clear definition.
Okay, what we got?
A game should be anything with a win and lose state.
Okay.
Anything outside of that should be defined otherwise. And I think there's a really bad terminology currently around what those otherwise things are. A lot of people call them experiences. So I feel like we could do better at like cleaning that up and getting more used to it. But yeah, I do feel like a win and lose state is required for it to be a game, because if you traditionally look at what games have been in the past, it's been, something you can win or lose at. You didn't play that.
I'm gonna fight you on that.
Okay.
I'm gonna fight you on that because I don't think a game requires a lose state.
Everyone's a winner?
Not necessarily everyone's a winner. I think there are games where you can get to the end and maybe you get a less desirable ending, but you didn't lose. I mean, maybe if you consider getting to the end and not getting the best ending losing, then technically you can get away with calling that a lose state.
Yep.
So that, you're just gonna... Fine.
You said desirability.
Wow.
There's already good and bad there. And
Wow.
win-lose. It's easy. Yeah.
Wow.
There you go.
You're like a philosopher.
Basically.
I'm just gonna change the words. I'm Thomas Aquinas over here. Look at this guy. Anyway, okay, so the win and lose state is required of a game.
Yep. Should be some goal. You can either achieve it or not achieve it. I think...
So then, yesterday we watched someone use Tilt Brush. Is Tilt Brush a game?
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can definitely get into like a lot of kind of philosophical arguments about it, like saying like, oh, your win state is you drew something. If you didn't draw something, then you lost. And yeah, that is some, like, that feels like a more personal kind of thing rather than something that was actually set out by the game. So you also have to take like your personal kind of views and goals outside of what the game has actually set up as the goals. The Tilt Brush in that sense would not be a game because it doesn't have any goals. Tilt Brush is perfectly happy if you're just in there doing nothing.
So then, what about the creation mode in Minecraft?
Creation mode in Minecraft. Experience?
It's definitely a game. Kev, it's definitely a game. Are you kidding me?
No, it's a tool.
You're a tool.
Expect that one. Like, it's just a tool to create things. Like, I don't know.
Interesting.
Would you call a guitar a game? It's a tool for creating
Rocksmith.
music. Rocksmith is a game because you can win or lose playing a song.
I don't know, Kev. I don't know. Okay, so there are tools and there are games. Is that where you're going with?
And experiences.
So then, how is Minecraft in create mode not an experience? How is it a tool?
Oh, it can be an experience and a tool. Those two are not mutually exclusive.
Oh, how could I ever think that you meant that?
I don't know, but So you're putting me on the spot with this philosophy stuff. You're not getting rock solid
well,
philosophy.
yeah. I said, do you want to do this topic? You're like, yeah, I got it nailed down. I know exactly what I'm going to say. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I'm having trouble recalling that. But
But okay, interesting. So
Yeah.
do you think we can maybe gain something by more strictly defining what a game is? Do you think that could yield a better future?
I think games are actually pretty well off. I think it's more the experiences
We're definitely seeing with that
that
with
could
VR.
benefit, and yeah, VR is definitely pushing that forward. And I think just more the indie projects and stuff, like Sybil and Her Story and that kind of thing, are pushing that forward as well.
Yeah.
Although I'd call Her Story a game. That's a bad example.
Is there a lose state? I mean, I guess you could not complete it.
Yeah, you could give up, get confused, not be able to
Yeah,
find
but
the answer.
is giving up a lose state?
It is in Dark Souls. Because
Well,
dying
is
is definitely not a lose state in Dark Souls. Given that it's expected and forced. Sometimes.
Yeah, but you can do deathless runs.
You're not supposed to be able to do deathless runs in Dark Souls 1.
Ask Miyazaki. He'd be like, I don't understand why people are dying.
Yeah, I put the elevator skip in there on purpose. Screw you, Miyazaki. Screw you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I definitely don't think games would be better off if we more strictly defined what we want as a game.
Yeah.
Because if you described Minecraft to someone like years and years ago, they'd be like, so?
Why?
Yeah, exactly. Or like any VR game, describe that to someone and they don't know what VR is, they'll be like, okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah. Interesting. It's a lot to think about, Kev.
Yeah, it is. Seems things are getting better and better. So
Because
I'm happy enough with that.
are you?
Yeah.
You thought we were gonna end the conversation. I want to keep going with it.
Okay.
See, I'm thinking about something. So you and I were talking about a concept for a game.
Yeah.
Of kind of an adventure game where there isn't really going to be a lose state.
Yeah.
Is it a game? Or is it an experience?
I'd say it's more like an experience because
It has a win. Well, does it have a win state? I don't know.
it's like a choose your own adventure book.
Yeah?
Very much like a choose your own adventure book.
Pretty much almost exactly.
Would
a-
people
a
call
choose your
that-
own adventure book?
A game?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think they, call it a choose your own adventure book, and books are experience. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Interesting.
Yeah, my thoughts on that. It's I would like to better define them with academic terms and all that kind of stuff, and be able to explain where I make the partition at
Yeah.
to other people. But yeah, try my best here.
Because I played
On
one
the
game
spot.
the other day. You got the wheels turning now.
Yeah.
From the creator of the Stanley Parable.
Yeah.
And it's a real weird game. It's I forget what it's called. He put it on his website. If you've been to his website, you'll know what I'm talking about. The whole 20 people out there, and it's kind of like a text adventure, but I don't know if there's options. I think you always get to the same result. Like I don't think there's really
False
options.
choices.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
end up like fucking a monster,
Nice.
and then you eat it or something.
Nice.
It's really weird.
That
that's-
sounded really weird.
Yeah, that's what I think is going on, and it's just like, is that a game? I don't know.
Oh, it seems like
Made me feel weird.
that's fair. Yeah, there's definitely a big confusion between like interactivity and games. I think it's because video games became so popular and they were like the sole interactive medium,
Right.
like the sole popular interactive medium. Anyways, choose your own adventure book's been around forever.
Yeah.
But like because of that, people got really muddled between interactivity and games, and interactivity is starting to split off on its own, especially thanks to indie
Yeah.
efforts. But
Yeah, because people are they're getting creative with it.
yeah,
Absolutely. I
And
mean,
it's
you
awesome
have
to
to
see.
when you have such limited resources.
Yeah.
Like an indie developer. So I feel like we're gonna enter the real golden age of gaming,
Oh yeah.
or if we're not already in it. Yeah. I'm really excited to see what's gonna happen in the future.
Yeah, future looks good.
Very good.